Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will take you through a study on point of view or narrative technique in literature, that is in novels, novellas, and in short stories. Point of view is basically the voice that you hear as you read a text. As you read a short story or a novel, that voice you hear is what we call the narrative technique or the point of view. We have three major points of view in literature. And the first one is the first person point of view, the first person narrator, or what we call the I narrator. In the first person narrator, there is a predominant use of the pronoun I. In this case, the speaking voice in that text is always narrating something about themselves. We have three subtypes of the first person point of view. We have three subtypes of first person narrator, or what we call the I narrator. The first one, there is the first person narrator as the major character. In this subtype of point of view, the I narrator is speaking about themselves. Every event revolves around them. If we look at the anthology, A Silent Song and Other Stories, a story that would fit here is that of Ghosts by Chimamanda Adichie. James Nwe, who is the major character there, is involved in almost every event and is basically talking about himself. All events revolve around him. Part B, we have the first person narrator as a minor character. And from the anthology A Silent Song and Other Stories, a story that correctly fits here is the story Boy by Gloria Mwaniga. In the story, the I narrator is Boy's sister. Boy's sister goes ahead to tell us the predicament of Boy, how Boy is recruited into Matwa Kei's militia army up to the time Boy dies. Lastly, we have the first person narrator as a second-hand storyteller. In this story, the narrator speaks about something that could be in the distant past. He is really not an authority to narrate whatever is going on in the story, because he or she must have received this narration from another source. It's not speaking at the focal point of the happenings in the story. The story is a little bit removed from him or her. The second point of view is the second person narrator. And this point of view is quite rare. In this story, the narrator keeps on referring to the reader. And in this point of view, we are likely to meet to a greater extent the use of pronoun you. We then move to the last point of view, and that is the third person narrator. In the third person narrator, the voice refers to the third person in the story, and we are likely to find pronouns like he, she, and it referring to the third party in that given story. They are not talking about themselves. They are not conversing with the reader or the audience. But here they are telling us about a third party. And that is why we are likely to find pronouns he, she, or it in the story. It is commonly used point of view. Let us look at the subtypes of the third person narrator. Viewers, as we go on with the discussion, I would like to thank you, my subscribers, for the support that you give to this channel. Again, those who are new here, kindly hit onto that subscribe button so that anytime we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. The third person narrator, the subtypes. The first subtype is the third person narrator as an omniscient narrator. When we talk about this point of view, we are talking about a narrator who is all over. The narrator is aware of the past, the narrator is aware of the present, and the narrator is completely aware of what is in the future. The narrator can go into the deeps, into the deep thoughts and feelings of characters, and all of them in that given text. As a limited omniscient narrator, though the narrator still enjoys the freedom to be in the past, present, and future, the narrator is limited to the central character. The narrator can dissect the feelings, the thoughts, the words going on in the mind of the central character and not other peripheral or minor characters. Lastly, third person narrator as an omnipresent narrator. Though in this case, the narrator is still present everywhere, the narrator now lacks the independence and freedom to dissect into what is going on in the thoughts of each and every narrator. So some of the inference words that will help us to determine whether a given work of art has this point of view is there are words like as if, it seemed, to suggest that there is some kind of uncertainty in the knowledge of the narrator. The narrator cannot go on into the minds of the various characters. Viewers, that brings us to the end of our study today on point of view in literature. So you can write maybe a lesson that you'd want me to tackle next time at the comment section. Thank you.